Welcome back to Taste Like Disney. I'm Joey. That's Sophie, my producer and editor. So all the things that you see kind of going across the screen, most of the time they're jabs at me. That all comes from Sophie. She's so nice to me. We also have Fred here with his hat. If I can do it, there we go. Fred with a hat. Maleficent and Bouncy the Bunny. And today is an amazingly exciting day because I'm going to be cooking again, finally. I was showing you a lot of the videos I took on our trip to Disney World last month. I still have a few more, but I'll be doing those later because I got to get back to cooking because this is a predominantly cooking channel, although with other things mixed in, obviously. So today I'll be making a recipe from the Disney Villains Devilishly Delicious Cookbook. It's obviously hard for me to say. Disney Villains Devilishly Delicious Cookbook. Say that 3 times fast. Or I can't even say it 1 time fast. And it's actually very hot out right now. It's in the 90s, so I thought I should make some kind of a summery, colder salad type thing. That's what this is. It's actually a citrus salad. It has blood oranges, regular oranges, navel oranges, grapefruit. Got your mint. It's got some basil, fresh from my wife's herb garden. So yeah, it sounds delicious, cool, and refreshing. So here we go. So it's called the Wholesome Sunshine Salad. And I printed out some notes here so I don't get screwed up with this. Madam Mim is who this salad is themed after, because if you remember in the Walt Disney classic, The Sword and the Stone, she is the villain in that movie. Wish she had been in it more. I think in earlier drafts of the script, she was kind of in the whole thing. She's only down to 1 scene, but it's actually the best scene in the movie and one of the better scenes in any Disney movie, in my humble opinion. So, yeah, she is a witch in the film, and in it she says that she hates sunshine, horrible, wholesome sunshine. So it's a classic line she says. So that's what this salad is themed after. But she is a great character, and she's one of my favorites. There was actually a pin in Disney World last month that I saw, and I wish I had purchased it. And I don't know why I didn't. I was going to, and I didn't. We never went back, one of those kind of things. It's ridiculous. Okay, so anyway, so in the movie, I'll just set up Madam Mim here just real quick, because I do have some notes, and it's an interesting scene that she's in. So Arthur, if you've seen the movie, so I won't go into the whole movie. Let's just jump to this. So Merlin turns Arthur into a bird. Arthur gets caught by Madam Mim, and she finds out that Arthur is loyal to Merlin, who she thinks she is a superior wizard to Merlin. So what happens is they have a wizard's duel, Merlin and Madam Mim, for Arthur's life. Wow, exciting stuff. And she sets up the rules for this duel. She says only animal transformations, no make-believe creatures like pink dragons and stuff, no disappearing, and no cheating. And Madam Mim breaks the rules on all those, which we knew she would. If she didn't, we would have no classic, funny, amazing scene. Okay, so anyway, so some of the things that she turns into, I have here somewhere. Yes, so she turns into a cat, crocodile, fox, a chicken, an elephant, a tiger, a snake, and a rhino. And at the very end, she turns into a purple dragon. So to her, she didn't break the rules because she said no pink dragons. So she turns into a purple dragon. And all the animals she turns into obviously have her purple and pink color. And I would say my favorite one that she turns into, I think looks the best, in my opinion, is the snake. I love when she turns into the snake. So in the comments below, let me know what your favorite character that Madam Mim turns into. Merlin actually wins the duel at the end because he turns into a I believe he turns into a disease. Yes, he turns into a disease, a germ. I'm sorry, he turns into a germ that makes her sick, so she has to go home in bed. And Merlin says she'll be fine though. But that's how he wins the duel, which is actually very smart. So Merlin outsmarted her. But yeah, I wish she had been in the movie more. And, you know, she was going to be, because she's kind of a forgotten villain. Because she's only in one scene. It's about 10 minutes. But she's kind of a forgotten villain. I think if she'd been in it more, she'd be up there with some of the greats. But anyway, so super excited. We're making food again. And it's a summer dish, which will be perfect for the 4th of July coming up here. It is the horrible, wholesome sunshine salad. Wow, I just said it. I'm so excited, Sophie. I've screwed that up 1,000 times before, but and yeah, Sophie's taking her nap, which is, she loves doing it during these. All right, here it is. Okay, and once again, I forgot to put on my glasses. Sophie had to tell me. Thank you, Sophie. There we go. Completes the ridiculous look I have going on here. And also, this is from the Villains Devilishly Delicious Cookbook, and I will leave a link to this in the description of the video. Or Sophie will, actually. Okay, so the recipe calls for 8 of a combination of blood oranges, navel oranges, or grapefruit. I think I'm just going to do 6 here. I'll do these and see what we have. So the first thing you're going to do is going to peel these, but instead of peeling them, because that takes a long time and I'm just not very good at it, I always just cut them. So I will show you how to do that right now. All right, so what I always do is I cut the ends off like that. And then you can just cut down the sides to take the skin off like that. It's a lot faster. You do lose a little bit, although you can cut that out, I guess, if you wanted to. And I think it looks a lot better too. So yeah, so we're gonna do that with the grapefruit first. Okay, so the grapefruits are ready. So next thing we'll do the same thing with the oranges. Just cut off the ends. And then you just cut down the sides. And it's just for this, it's a lot faster. And then do the same thing with my favorite orange, the blood orange. And yes, it's because the name is blood orange, and I guess it does kind of look like blood. All right, so yeah, cut off the ends, cut off the sides. Okay, and I also decided to use this plate instead. The other one was kind of too big, the red one. All right, so now we're gonna cut these into slices. About, I think it's at 1/4 inch, something like that. So yeah, so cut all your citrus into slices. Okay, and then next, obviously, you're gonna arrange the orange slices onto the platter or plate. So I'll just kind of intermix them like that. And they do kind of fall apart, but obviously this doesn't have to be perfect because you know, you're gonna eat it. All right. So then next we're gonna make the dressing that goes on this. So first of all, we need 2 tablespoons of honey, which always makes a mess, but I love it. Then 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. You have to take the lid off of this before you can pour it. Just a little tip there for you. All right, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Guess there's still some honey in there too. We'll just guess. There we go. And then a 1/4 cup of olive oil. All right, then a little salt. And a little pepper. I like to use the freshly ground. You don't have to, but if you have it, why wouldn't you, right? Okay, then we're gonna whisk that. Okay, so now we're gonna drizzle a little bit of the dressing on top of the fruit. I'm not gonna put too much. I don't want it to be. This was actually, I made less than what I called for anyway, so. All right, so we got your dressing and then some fresh mint. Freshly chopped mint goes on top as well. And then some fresh basil that I chopped. This was fresh from my wife's herb garden. Smells so good. And there we go, put some of that on there. This looks delicious. Wow. And then the last thing is some feta. So I'll put some feta on there. And you can also use crumbled goat cheese as well. I actually prefer feta. I like goat cheese too, but feta is a little saltier, so maybe that's why. All right, there it is. Oh my gosh. Look at that. The horrible, wholesome sunshine salad. That doesn't say summer. I don't know what does. Okay, I am going to try this. And as I do that, I'm going to try to not say, oh my gosh. If you watched my last video, I said it like 10 or 11 times, and it was extremely embarrassing. So, Sophie is not here. She's actually right over here. Do you want to sit here, Sophie? No? I don't know, she doesn't want to, but anyway, you know, we got Fred anyway. All right, so I'm gonna try this. This looks delicious, actually. I mean, I was kind of concerned about finding the blood oranges. Thankfully I did. So here we go. And here comes Sophie. Hey, hi Sophie. So I'm gonna try to get one of each orange in this bite. I probably should have cut this up a little bit. So there we go, we got oops. So we got some grapefruit, we got a regular orange, we got a blood orange, a little bit of feta, some mint, basil, I guess, if you will. Alrighty, here it is. I'm gonna try this. I hate to eat on camera, as you know, but I'm gonna do it anyway. How am I gonna do it though? Here we go. That is delicious, and I did not need to take such a gigantic bite, right? That would have saved me a little bit of embarrassment, Sophie, right? Oh yes, refreshing, on a hot summer day, you're grilling out outside, whatever you're doing, you're just eating. Well, yeah, I mean, it's perfect. If you're grilling outside on the 4th of July, this salad will go perfectly. And then the feta really adds to it, but I do like the blend of the different oranges. My favorite, I think, is the blood orange. I know some people don't like grapefruit. If you don't like grapefruit, you don't have to use that. I personally love grapefruit. I love any kind of citrus fruit. As you've seen in some of my orange bird videos, how I love anything citrus. So give this one a try. I'm so excited about this. I will be making this at every picnic, every cookout, every meal. Well, maybe not every meal. Maybe not every meal. I might be going a little bit too far. But quite a few times during the summer. It's super easy. It's not hot. The kitchen doesn't have to get all hot. You turn the oven on. I hate when it's 90-something degrees out. You have the house cool down. You turn the oven on. Just heats it right back up. Like that. Okay, so give it a try. The horrible, wholesome sunshine salad. Thanks to Madam Mim. And I don't know why I'm talking like this, but for some reason I am. Okay, thank you so much. All right, that is our video for today. If you liked it, please subscribe. If you didn't like it, you should also subscribe, because you can make fun of me like Sophie's doing right now. She really is, Sophie. So thank you. That salad was delicious. You should definitely make it. You should also go watch the Sword and the Stone, especially for the Wizard's Duel scene. It's so funny. I wish Madam Mim had been in it more, and she originally was. It is nice to be back cooking again, so I'll have a lot of cooking videos coming up. I'll also be making some libations, beverages, cocktails, and everything fun for summer is coming up very soon. And if you're confused by all this, just imagine how I feel.